Nick Ienatsch, Yamaha Champions Riding School, and we're here at COTA MotoGP, and we're actually sitting here with Cameron Beaubier's #1 DSB bike from last year. And we want to talk a little bit about something that gets confused, and that's about rear brake on motorcycles.
Right, and you never use the rear brake.
Yeah, we hear that all the time. Gosh, on a sport bike, never use the rear brake. It's crazy. You slam the thing on, it skids, and then you never use it. And so, is it never use the rear brake or always use the rear brake?
Yeah, we're trying to find the right between those two. We're going to use it quite a bit. Cameron Beaubier, national champion, kept the rear brake on his bike. There's some modifications we do to it, but we want to think about if we can slow our bike 2 to 3 or 4 or 5% better with a little bit of rear brake, it's going to be a big deal. And it gets into the way we teach Yamaha Champions Riding School. What you'll see on Faster Safer is that stab on the rear brake is going to be a problem. You'll be the kind of person that gets on the forums and says, never use the rear brake because every time you stab it, it locks up. What we teach and what we get you into is loading that rear brake smoothly. So it's something you need to work on constantly, literally every ride, getting in and out of that rear brake smoothly.
Yeah, and it's what Nick talked about. It's all that initial application. How you go to that rear brake and how you release it is what allows you to adjust for every radius of every corner. So by having that feel, you're not going to use the rear brake for every corner, every situation, but absolutely there are corners where you want to use the rear brake for, and it all starts with how you go to it and how you release it.
How big a deal is it? There's been quite a few world champion, national champion road racers that took it rear brake off the foot and put it up here on the handlebar so they could use it in right-handed corners as well. So for all the people out there thinking never use it, always use it, it's right between those two, and it was a big enough deal to put it up on the handlebar. Let's take a look at some of the cool components here that Yamaha's applied to make it a little bit easier. We're kneeling down by Cameron Beaubier's bike. This is a GYTR rear set, Gray's rear set. Comes with this spring that fits in here, and that just adds a little more rigidity to that rear brake. And of course, if it's a little bit harder to push on, you get more feel through your boot. Some of the stock brakes are a little bit too soft and easy to push on, easy to lock, and by adding that spring, it gives a little more feel to that boot. Pretty big deal. As we move back, you can see this braking rotor has quite a bit of material cut out, and what we're trying to do is reduce the mechanical efficiency of that rear brake, so that as you pull it on with your foot, it doesn't lock that up because you got less mechanical efficiency. And cutting out the rotor will do that, but also cutting away the brake pad will do that, and that's something you can do at home. Mess with your brake pads. All this stuff is something we talk a lot about on Yamaha School because rear brake's a big deal. We want to be able to use it, go to it when we need it, and every one of my instructors use it, and my instructors win a lot of races, a lot of championships, and it's a big part of the program. So make these modifications, give yourself some more feel, a little less strength, but practice rear brake.
Mm-hmm.